Hi Gemini, how are you? I hope you are doing well. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Nina or Sinfulpluto, and if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for being here and for joining us today. And I really hope that you were able to find a message that you need to hear. I hope you're able to receive some sort of message that you need to hear for the upcoming 2 weeks, actually. So this week is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be covering what you should be expecting, what's in store for you for the next 2 weeks, so between August 5th until the 18th, okay? The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going on vacation soon, and I don't really want to miss out on a video, so we're doing that, okay? I might continue doing the bi-weekly thing. I don't really know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm very excited. So this is going to apply to Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Sidereal and Tropical. So make sure to check both. And if you don't know what they are, go to astro.com to know what your placements are, okay? I'm using the Happy Tarot this week. My best friend Gabby, or Guy Lex on Twitter and YouTube, got it for me for my birthday, and I cherish them so much you don't understand. So yeah, I'm excited. Alright, Gemini. Also, it's like really kind of dark. It's about to rain soon in Florida, so nothing new there. So sorry if it's a little weird. But anyways, let's get into it. What is in store for Gemini between August 5th and the 18th? What is in store for Gemini between August 5th and the 18th? What should we do? Ooh, there we go. Ooh, we got Judgment. Okay. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Okay, so we have Judgment here. Okay, so the past could be resurfacing for some of you guys. Some sort of karmic test, if you will, to see if you have actually improved as a person. We have the Ten of Swords reversed, so we're resisting of endings. Okay, I see. The Three of Swords. And then we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. Okay, what this really seems to me is that you're entering a new phase of your life. I think I've mentioned before that a lot of you Geminis are in the phase of moving out, or you're becoming independent. And last reading, I remember telling you to slow down and to listen to the advice of other people. I think that's kind of resurfacing a little bit again for you. And there could be a little bit of trouble in the whole moving process, or in just becoming independent. But anyways, so we have Judgment here, which essentially talks about a karmic test. This is usually whenever Judgment comes forth, this is saying that there are certain things that are coming back from your past that are resurfacing to test how far you have come, how much you have grown, and how much you have improved. And the good thing, I like that this card is upright, because this tells me that a lot of you are going to be able to get through it, I think. But I also have the Ten of Swords reversed, so I do think that some of you are going to have a little bit of a hard time. Judgment with the Ten of Swords reversed is telling me that this test is in relation to letting go of the past, to letting go of a certain phase of your life. Because whenever I have the Ten of Swords reversed, it's like you don't really want to accept some sort of loss. And it doesn't necessarily have to be some sort of dramatic loss. It doesn't have to be something really heartbreaking, although I do have the Three of Swords here, so it could be something really heartbreaking. But this to me is kind of saying, like, you're just having a hard time letting go of the past. You're having a hard time kind of shedding your skin, essentially. You're resisting change, and I think that it's like, because of the fact that you are trying to cling on to the old, you're also kind of rejecting the new. So that's a little bit of an issue right now, and I feel that it's almost like for some of you, something is kind of being taken away from you, or you're being torn apart from something, is kind of what I'm getting the vibe. And so there's a lot of heartbreak, honestly, and disappointment and sorrow and sadness in terms of having to let go of this. But I feel that a lot of it has to do with the fact that you are so used in the phase of life that you're in right now that you're just having a hard time accept that it's just time to leave, that it's time to go, that it's time to do whatever it is that you want to do. It's like I think that for a lot of you, you've been dreaming for this moment for a very long time, but now that it's here, it's almost like you want to run back, because it's similar to the message that I said with Aries, where it's too good to be true. And now that it's a reality, you're like, oh no, like I don't want it anymore. It was easier for you to have it as a dream rather than a reality. So that's just like a little bit of an issue for you. And I have the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is telling me that you're really overwhelming yourself with this whole situation. You're feeling really spread thin, or like you just have a lot on your plate right now. There's so much on your plate right now, I think, and it's overwhelming you. And I think maybe that's why you're kind of holding back a little bit, and why you feel so heartbroken. But for some of you, I just feel that with this Ten of Swords reversed, there's just something that you're not letting go of. For some of you, especially with this Three of Swords right here, it could be that there's a lot of heartbreak that you're not willing to let go of. And I feel that right now, it's your moment to do so. It's the moments of truth. It's the moment to face your reality. And I feel like a lot of you don't really want to do that. I feel like a lot of you would rather kind of stay in the mindset that you're in right now because it's easier. For the Fool reversed is just what keeps on coming to mind. And I think that I pulled that card for you guys last week. I think it was upright, but I pulled the Fool. But I just keep on thinking of the Fool reverse, where it's like you would rather go back to your old life or fall back into old habits because it's just easier. And it's easier to remain in the heartbreak and the sorrow rather than moving on. Because, listen, I have the Ace of Cups here. So there's new things coming your way, or there's wonderful offers and opportunities. There's emotional abundance coming your way, and there's like an overflowing of really good stuff. But I feel like it's just easier for you to be here. It's like it's easier for you to hold on to the resentment and to the anger, or whatever it is that you're sad about, whatever it is that you're heartbroken about, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a situation, whether it's I don't know, a work thing. I don't know. It's easier for you to remain heartbroken. And I feel like a lot of you are kind of like I think that some of you are aware of what it is, but you're like, no, I would rather stay here. It's easy to be mad, you know? You keep on finding reasons to be mad. I have the Two of Cups reversed, which is like a disharmonious relationship. This popped out. Excuse me, that's a disharmonious relationship if you're not seeing eye to eye with someone, or it's some sort of breakup. So maybe you're dealing with a breakup, and maybe you were trying to cling onto this person, or maybe this person was trying to cling onto you, because the roles can absolutely be reversed. It doesn't have to be just you. It can be the people that you're surrounded by. So take that into consideration as well. So Ten of Swords reversed. I want to clarify this card. So, okay. Can we clarify this Ten of Swords reversed, please? What does this signify here? Can I get more clarity? Wait, is that the king or the queen? I always have a hard time. This is the king. King of Pentacles reversed, right? Could be dealing with an earth sign, or you might have earth placements in your chart. Okay, so Ten of Swords reversed. Again, a resistance to loss, not wanting to move forward, rejecting the new, staying in the old. Three of Swords, this is holding on to heartbreak. This is holding on to a lot of resentment, a lot of pain. Having the King of Pentacles reversed here, this signifies someone incredibly selfish, someone incredibly stubborn. So a lot of you could be very, very stubborn about moving forward and about moving on, because in a way you have some sort of agenda with this situation, or you think someone has some sort of agenda in this situation. With the King of Pentacles reversed, this to me is like, not only are they stubborn, but it's also someone who is only really thinking in their own best self-interest, thinking in their own self-interest rather than taking into consideration the feelings of others. This to me is someone like, you're only thinking about how this affects you. You're not thinking about how this affects everyone else in your life. You're not thinking about how other people are affected by your words, about your actions, about all of this other stuff. Does that kind of make sense to you? So you're really focusing on like, wow, like I'm really heartbroken. I'm really hurt about the situation. I don't want to let go, making up all of these reasons as to why you don't want to let go, whatever. but I feel like you're not thinking about your contribution to this situation, to this heartbreak. Because I promise you, a lot of the time, the heartbreak that happens, it's a two-way street. I promise you, a lot of the time it really is. And a lot of people don't want to take accountability for that. No, people don't want to admit that they had a part in the undoing of the situation or in the falling apart of the situation. So I feel that some of you could really kind of just, either you or another person, it doesn't have to always be you. Again, if you need to reverse the roles the way you need so that it can fit your, your story. So I think that a lot of you are kind of just thinking, they hurt me, they did this to me, kind of just pointing the finger at everyone else, but there's a lack of reflection as to your part in it, you know what I mean? So that could be a whole thing going on. And with the Two of Pentacles reversed, it's like you're weighing your options, you're weighing as to what to do, you're weighing, you're just thinking about, like, everything, and I think that things feel like a burden to you, you know, this whole situation feels like a burden and you don't really know how to approach it. And I feel that you're very aware as to what's going on. I feel that you're very aware of your actions. I feel like you're very aware of your thoughts and what's going on, but your ego is really getting in the way and telling you, like, nah, you're not in the wrong. You're good. This person is the one who did wrong. And so I kind of feel like that's what's happening for a lot of you. It could also be that there's just someone else who's thinking in their own self-interest and they're not taking you into consideration, and maybe they're holding you back. Maybe this person is holding you back from a new beginning with this Ten of Swords reversed. Maybe they're the ones holding you back from just moving forward and moving on, and maybe this person is causing you a lot of heartbreak and you don't really know what to do about it with this Two of Pentacles reversed. I mean, you don't know how to approach the situation. You don't know, like, which option to take, which decision is the best to make, because you're just so spread thin, because you're so worried about all of these different factors. You're so focused on kind of like these irrelevant details, and it's really hindering you and kind of pushing you down in a way. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So this is someone very impulsive. I think I pulled this card last time. I pulled the Knight of Swords last time in last week's video. So the Knight of Swords is someone very impulsive, really rash. They don't really think about what they say. And I think a lot of you, with the first narrative that I went on with, a lot of you could be saying some really hurtful things without taking into consideration other people's feelings. And I think that with this Knight of Swords, again, you're very aware of what you're doing. There's a clear purpose to everything for you, I think, which is weird to me. But I really do feel like a lot of you are aware of what you're doing, but you don't even care, because it's like you like to be in the chaos. You like to be in the drama. And so that's like your moment of truth, you know. Universe is watching you and is, you know, kind of taking note of everything that you're doing. And I just think that this isn't really, like, I don't know, man. This isn't going the way, I just think that with this Knight of Swords, it's like, it's just impulsivity. This is someone being really impulsive. They're not being mindful of the words, especially with the King of Pentacles reversed. It's like they're saying anything to kind of end up winning. They're thinking in their own self-interest. They're not taking into consideration other people's feelings. It could also be with the King of Pentacles reversed, someone is being really stingy and they're not lending you something, or they're not letting you borrow something or loaning you something, and that's giving you a hard time moving forward. And I feel like there could be some sort of miscommunication with this Knight of Swords reversed, or with the Knight of Swords, because whenever I get this card, it's like someone could have good intentions, but they just go about it the wrong way. So maybe I said that last time, where, like, you know, someone has good intentions and maybe someone is coming off. Maybe someone is coming off as really selfish and, like, really, like, miserly. But in reality, they're just not portraying themselves the right way. So let's get more into the situation. Let me fix this card pretty quick. So, what else can we get for Gemini in the upcoming 2 weeks? I got 2 cards. Yeah, we have the Emperor reversed and then the Devil that just came out. So you could be dealing with an Aries or a Capricorn here. Oops. With an Aries or a Capricorn here, but this is someone like trying to be in control. Okay, yeah. With the Emperor reverse, this is a control freak. This is someone who is trying to be in control of the situation. I feel like this person has an agenda, whether it's you or another person who has an agenda. I feel like you're very, very aware of what's going on. If it's you who is trying to be in control of the situation, let me just tell you right now, you're not. Because if you're the one, like, listen, if you're the one feeling all of this pain and you're the one clinging on to the past, and if you're the one feeling really overwhelmed and you don't really know what to do, you are nowhere near in control of the situation. You can try to tell yourself that you're in control. You can try to tell yourself all of these things, but I promise you, you're not. Same goes with the person who this, like, if it's not you, like, same goes for the other person who's trying to be a control freak, if it's an Aries or not, or even a Capricorn. But that's what it seems like to me. Like, I promise you, you're not. You like to think that you're in control because you want to protect your ego, but I promise you're not. You're absolutely not. Yeah, and like with the King of Pentacles reversed, again, like control freak. You're trying to be in control. You want things to go your way. You're clinging on to the thing like for dear life, but it's not working, and you're too stubborn to admit that. Anyways. So, yeah, you're stuck in a situation. I feel that a lot of you are really stuck, like, in some sort of mindset. You're probably stuck in trying to be in control of, like, whatever it is. But in reality, you were, like, in the palm of this person's hand or in the palm of the situation's hand. You're not in as much control as you like to think that you are. And I think a lot of you are actually a lot more chained down than you want to admit. And I think that you're chained down by your own heartbreak and by your own resentment and by your own anger and pain. And I feel that a lot of you have internalized a lot of this. And I feel like you're trying to rationalize it. And I feel that a lot of you could really be trying to approach something head on, if that kind of makes sense. I wouldn't really say head on, but you're blindly going into something. You're blindly going into something, and it's not working out for you. I really don't think, and yeah, and then I have the Two of Wands reversed, which I had for, who did I have this for? Taurus? I think I had this for Taurus. So, Two of Wands reversed, like, there's limitation in your possibilities. Like, you don't have any sort of ammunition left for yourself. You don't have anything. Like, your hands are tied, you know? It's almost like you were trying to fire shots at someone, and then you completely ran out of ammo. Like, you ran out. Like, you don't have anything left to your name. Like, you don't have nothing. And so now you're left, like, now that you kind of fired all your shots, here you are, you know, in the Devil, chained down, stuck in the situation, sitting in your own misery, sitting in your own anger and your own resentment, simply because it's easier for you. Like, why? Like, do better for yourself, Gemini, honestly. And I'm not, like, you know, saying this from, like, a malicious, like, place in my heart. Like, I don't, you know, this is your life. I don't give a fuck. But if you're looking for advice, and if you're looking for some sort of guidance, like, I'm here telling you, like, you need to do better. Absolutely. Like, you really need to be doing better and let go of the anger, let go of the resentment, because this is all a moment of truth for you. The way in which you handle the situation very much determines the overall outcome of everything, whether you want to admit it or not. So if you continue down the road that you're following, you are going to have a very rude awakening, my friend. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So that's what I see for the upcoming week. You know, I'm going to pull some cards to see how to handle the situation for yourself. Or what's the best thing for you to do in this situation? So what's the best thing for Gemini to do in this situation? What is the best thing for Gemini to do? Oops, I'm not putting these cards. All right. Six of... Oh, my God. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Six of Cups reversed. You need to let go of the past. Whatever this is. You need to let go of the past. You need to move forward. Absolutely. And we already see that with the Ten of Swords reversed. You need to let go of the past. You need to let go of whatever it is that you were holding on to. For some of you, you might be thinking, oh, I wish I could go back to this time period because I was a lot happier then. You can't do that. It's not physically possible. And even when it is, you can't do that. I mean, like, sure you can, but like, it's not going to serve you. It's not going to benefit you. So why? Why? You need to let go of the past. You need to let go of your pride and ego. Strength reverse. You could be dealing with Leo. You need to let go of your pride and ego, but I also think that you just need to be like a lot more compassionate and a lot more empathetic, because the Knight of Swords is telling me you're trying to see things a lot more logically and you're trying to see things a lot more rationally, but I feel that a lot of you are trying to rationalize your own behavior. And I feel that a lot of you are trying to rationalize why you're not taking accountability for yourself, and I think that's why a lot of you are trying to rationalize why you feel the need to be in control of the situation, or why you want to hang on to this heartbreak or this anger or resentment. You're trying to rationalize everything. You're trying to justify everything, but it's like, at the end of the day, you're making yourself look silly. That's what it really is. Like, listen, I know Geminis are, like, really great with their words, and they're really great at, like, you know, rationalizing stuff, but, yo, you can't talk your way out of this. No matter how much you try to talk your way out of this and avoid that accountability, it's still going to be there, whether you want to admit it or not. No matter how much you say or what you say, or, you know, point fingers at everyone else, it still stands that you need to work on yourself. And that you just need to be nicer, I think. I think a lot of you really need to be just nicer to people. Have a lot more compassion, have a lot more empathy, be a lot more understanding, and let go of the past, you know? Let go. Just let yourself move on. Move on, dude. Seriously, move on. And I feel that once you do that, you'll open yourself to a lot more abundance. Ace of Cups, you'll open yourself to a lot more abundance. But I feel like you really have to stop overthinking so much and overworking yourself. Four of Swords reversed. You need to stop overworking yourself. You need to stop trying to rationalize or, you know, make some sort of like strategic plan to get your way and to try to be in control, because I promise the ball is not in your court. Double. It's not in your court. So take it or leave it. Yeah, bro. Eight of Cups reversed. Eight of Cups reversed. It's the same message. This is you not moving on. Six of Wands reversed. Pride and ego. Like, the message couldn't be any clearer. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some affirmations for you. See what we get for the next few weeks for you, okay? Gemini, if you're offended over this, I'm so sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. Because if this is what you're going through, and if this is what's happening, then you need to hear this. But, like, get yourself together. Alright. Okay, Gemini. Let's get into this. Alright. It fell. Okay. Alright, what message does Gemini need to hear for the next few weeks? So that was quick. Yeah. Personal growth. Oh, I think I put this card already for Taurus, I think. Personal growth. As I move forward toward greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away. Like training wheels on a bike, they helped me get to where I am now. But now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except for when I'm making bike analogies. And then I really like this one, positive thinking. I think this is something that you really need to hear. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy, and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to the jealousy and the resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. What did I tell you? I swear to God. I told you. That's exactly what you need to do. So, if you need to, rewind as many times as you need to and listen to those affirmations, because that's exactly what you need to hear for the next 2 weeks. All right? So, Gemini, I really hope that you like this video. It's a little bit harsh right now, but what can you do? It happens. Yeah, bro. If the video resonates with you, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Also, give it a big thumbs up if you so desire. Subscribe, okay? Share with your friends, family, lover if you have one, and hit the bell notification if you so desire to know when I upload my next videos, okay? And I think that's it. So I will see you soon, Gemini. Please take care of yourself. Drink water, eat food, okay? Take as much care of yourself. Detach yourself from situations. Don't be so quick to pull the trigger. And when I say that, I mean like spewing words and being mean and nasty and ugly. That's what I mean. And I think that's it. I'll see you soon, Gemini. I love you.